Thank you guys so much for coming to do this, and congratulations on the movie. This is an incredible achievement. I've heard stories. I don't read the trades very much, but would it be safe to say that this film was maybe not? It was not the easiest film to make. Let's talk a little bit about the experience of making this and doing it in what I'm given to understand are some fairly extreme circumstances. I'd like to hear from all three of you guys on this, from an actor and a producer's standpoint.
I'll jump in first and just say that, on one hand, it was one of the most, well, first of all, it was by far the most ambitious film I've ever been involved in, which was really a privilege. But on one hand, half the day I would think this is like the easiest film because you're not worried creatively. You've got Alejandro, you've got Chivo, you've got this gentleman, Forrest, Tom, like the best of the best. On the other hand, I've never had so many moving parts to deal with,
Yeah.
And our big nemesis was the weather, and as you guys saw, there's really no cover other than, the fort, and because of how wide the film was shot and this, immersive experience and really understanding and being in Glass's journey, the film was made in a way that just there was no net. So, we did everything that we could, from making snow to trucking in snow, and when we finally ran out of snow, that's when we had to shut the film down and finish it in Argentina, which is, Leo and Tom basically had to say, look, keep the beard, keep the hair. We'll get back to you when we find a location. Don't know where we're going, but somewhere where there's snow in the summer. We got lucky, because Ushuaia was amazing.
Speaking of an immersive experience, I love how you guys recreated the weather of this film outside. I think it was really the way to see this movie. Forrest, what about you?
No, it was a very, of course, difficult experience, but I think, I always say that it couldn't have been done any other way, because, if you're doing something with green screen, you can't even feel the cold. And there were moments, of course, where it was like negative 40 degrees, and Alejandro say, okay, come on, you need to stop shaking. So I'd be waiting for a scene, and then he'd go, okay, action, and I'd have to go just completely stop. So it was points where it was to that point of, you gotta do pretend like it wasn't as cold as it was, but it was just an amazing and beautiful to be out there.
Yeah, it was a completely unique experience for, I think, all of us, certainly as actors. We've never been a part of a film like this, nor do I know of any film that's ever been made like this in the history of cinema, really. It was a unique approach by Alejandro and Chivo. I remember sitting down with Alejandro, and he had a really rough time even articulating why he wanted to do this movie, and from the onset.